Harvard MBA after graduation will make roughly on an average compared to that of a graduate of a Harvard MBA. Whether you should apply for MBA or whether you should apply for MPP. MPP is a little cheaper. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then we discuss a lot of things around career, around MBA, around management consulting, and of course public policy as well. And in this video, we are going to be doing a comparison on a very popular topic that a lot of young professionals are going through, which is that how should you choose your degree between an MBA and an MPP. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel so that you're always notified whenever we are coming up with such new, interesting, contemporary career related videos. And with that, of course, let's get started. So I am someone who has actually done my MBA from one of the top MBA programs in India. And I'm someone who before my MBA was serving Government of India as an advisor, and even after my 2-year career with BCG, I was actually serving as a policy advisor. So I know what are the kind of challenges or what kind of confusion you go through if you're watching this video, whether you should apply for MBA or whether you should apply for MPP. And mind you, MPP phenomenon is very Western concept in the sense that in US there are a way more lateral entrants in the government to serve and play the role of public policy advisor and to serve the role of, let's say, even a diplomat. In India, of course, the hiring for the creamiest layer happened through UPSC and other standard examinations. But still there are multiple other provisions through which you can serve the government in India and outside through MPP degree as well. And in this video, we are going to be doing a 4-step comparison for MBA, MPP, then the curriculum, then the money involved, and then of course, what are certain overlaps also between the two degrees. Let's start with number 1, MBA, which is Master of Business Administration, and MPP, which is Masters of Public Policy. I would say that largely MBA is much more focused towards profit driving industry or largely towards corporations, and has a tint or most of the problems that you will be solving will be around profit. MPP or an MPA, which is Masters of Public Administration, is more about tackling societal problems which may have nothing to do with profits also. And in terms of, let's say we talk about the sectors, after an MBA you could join management consulting, you could join a technology firm, you could actually join a finance role as well. On the contrary, in public policy or after an MPP, in terms of sectors, you might join a non-profit organization, you might join a development consulting firm, you might join a government directly, or you might join a multilateral organization like WHO or World Bank as well. Now, when we talk about the roles that you take, as you go on to climb the ladder in the industry, after an MBA, you could become a CEO, you could become a CXO, you could become the marketing director. On the contrary or on the flip side, for in an MPP, you might take up the role of public policy advisor. For example, I was the public policy advisor. I know I haven't done the MPP, and this is what we will talk about in the 4th section, which is the overlap. You could actually become a diplomat. Of course, this is applicable for the other geographies, not for India, but you will take much more public facing or public policy related problems. In terms of the challenges or the problems you will be solving for, once again in MBA, the most of the problems will be revolving around profit directly or indirectly. You will be increasing the revenue of the organization, you will be helping the CXOs raise funds for the organization, manage funds, you could be working in private equity, you could be working in marketing problems. And of course, on the MPP side, you might be solving for climate change issues, you might be solving for public health crisis issues or public education related problems, or maybe the monetary policy of the government as well. So that's section number 1. What kind of sectors can you work in? What kind of roles can you take? What will be the overall objective of the roles that you will be playing? Largely, of course, there are overlaps in MBA or after the MBA, the roles that you will take will be around maximizing the profit, versus on the MPP, largely the roles you will be taking will be about tackling or solving societal problems. With that, we move towards the 2nd section, which is around curriculum. MBA curriculum will be focused more around finance, marketing, strategy, operation. You will be doing simulations, you will be involved in a lot of case studies. That's more around MBA, versus on MPP you will be solving a lot of public policy related problems, you will be analyzing public policy, you will be looking into statistics data on how can we further use statistics to be able to enhance public policy problem, you will be reading a lot of policy memos, so on and so forth. When it comes to the 3rd section, which is around money, majority of, if you will compare apples to apples, let's say we compare Kennedy School to Harvard MBA school, and we will put up the fees there. MPP is a little cheaper or much more affordable degree. Many a times there are more scholarships also available because eventually you are going to be serving the society. And similarly, the return on investment is going to be much more higher for an MBA. Roughly, once again, let's compare apples to apples, Harvard MPP versus Harvard MBA. A Harvard MBA after graduation will make 1.5x roughly on an average compared to that of a graduate of a Harvard MBA. And of course, I'm assuming that someone who is joining the public policy program is not so money oriented or is not so profit oriented, and that's why they are willing to take a cut on their salary, because many times governments are not such a handsome paymaster. So that's the third section around money. The fourth section is about overlaps in the industry. So a lot of corporates are now realizing that they cannot wash their hands off from the public policy problems or the climate responsibility that they are having, and that's why you'll see a lot of public policy MPP graduates now serving corporates as well. On the contrary, governments are now realizing that there is a power to attracting young professionals in their cabinet, and that's why maybe eventually after my MBA, after serving in BCG, I was able to serve as a public policy advisor in international affairs firm in Dubai. So there is no one clean answer. There are outlier people like me who are able to rebuild their career in public policy, and of course a great strong data point that added in my advantage was that I was already serving in Government of India before my MBA. So I had practical experience how public policies are formulated, implemented, what are the leakages, and how can you actually have efficient processes in public policy as well. So yes, that's the wrap up. And of course, I always say that in Global Governance Initiative, we are running a GJ pre-MPP and a pre-MBA program which will allow you to further amplify your profile. In fact, we have known many young professionals who have joined Howard Kennedy School, who have joined Wharton. In fact, I was recently talking to one of our scholars. He got an offer to join INSEAD just 2 weeks after he got into GGI. He actually updated the admissions committee of INSEAD that he has gotten into Global Governance Initiative, and right after that he was actually given an interview invite. I wish you all the best. If this video was helpful, certainly share it with your friends so that they can also get the help on career front and of course for life as well. I wish you all the best. Ciao.